So, former bad boy artist G Dep has been released from prison today. If you're not familiar with G Dep, he was a bad boy artist back in the 90s. He had a couple hit songs, Special Delivery, Let's Get It. Definitely two hot songs. G Dep was a tough rapper, man. He was definitely popping. I'm not really even sure why he fell off initially. You know what I'm saying? Because his music definitely was pretty good. But back in 1993, he allegedly, not allegedly, because he admitted to it. In '93, he robbed somebody outside of a building in Harlem and shot him 3 times and ended up killing the guy. I mean, he was a teenager, he said. So 2010, he turned himself in for the crime for almost like 2 decades earlier, and they sentenced him to 15 to life. So he ended up serving 13 years out of 15 to life. He got clemency by the state of New York. So I'm just reading part of the article. It says rapper G Dep walked out of prison today after being granted clemency by New York's governor. The one-time hitmaker born Travell Coleman has officially been granted parole after more than a decade in prison, and now he's ready to put a new plan in motion. It says he walked out of Fishkill Correctional Facility in upstate New York to be greeted by his closest family members. The rapper, a former artist under the influential Bad Boy Records label, received a sentence for a 1993 shooting that resulted in a death. He confessed to the crime in 2010, a move that led to his incarceration. In December 2023, New York Governor Kathy Hochul approved Coleman's clemency, acknowledging his efforts towards rehabilitation. G Dep was unaware that the victim had succumbed to the injuries when he made his confession, but reportedly expressed profound remorse for his actions. So they're saying that when he confessed to this, he wasn't even aware that the person died. He just thought the guy was shot. So he trying to get his mind right. So imagine him turning himself in for an attempt and ended up, they're like, no, it's not an attempt. This dude's actually gone. So he was probably like, damn. Whatever the case, it says his sentiments of regret along with his academic efforts played a crucial role in the decision to grant him parole. Despite the gravity of his actions, G Dep's time in prison has been marked by personal growth and academic achievement. During his time in prison, he focused on self-improvement and education, earning an associate's degree in liberal arts. The support for G Dep's release was not limited to the clemency board. The judge and prosecutor involved in this case also advocated for his parole, recognizing the efforts he made towards rehabilitation and acknowledging the transformation he has undergone since his incarceration. In an interview with All Hip Hop, G Dep reflected on his past actions and the mindset that led him down a precarious path. I was at a point where I was doing anything that wouldn't be fruitful in the long run because I wasn't right. Everything was kind of a fruit of the poisonous tree. Everything I was doing, it was all right on the surface, but it wasn't really coming from a genuine place. As he prepares for his re-entry in society, his focus is on education. G Dep has outlined plans to further his education by pursuing a bachelor's degree in business, showcasing a commitment to turning his life around. So I guess it's just an ironic coincidence that he gets out right in the middle of all this Puffy stuff. And I don't think he ever made any kind of statements about Puffy or said, you know what I'm saying, any type of negative type of stuff about Puff. Not that maybe back then, I'm not even sure, so I'm not even going to say back then, but definitely nothing involving all the things that Diddy's accused of going on right now. Not that I ever knew of anyway. You know what I'm saying? I never heard of G Dep making any type of statements like that, but it's just interesting that he's getting out right now in the middle of all this stuff with Puff, with Diddy.